What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode. Today in this video, I'm going to tell you and show you guys what I did today. So I am a very OCD kind of person. So if something is messy, if something's not organized, I go crazy and it needs to be clean in order for me to actually get some work done. So what I'm talking about is the Mini Cooper. So I want to get working on this thing. I want to finish taking the motor apart, finish working on this thing, finish ripping it apart, but I can't. And that's because the rest of the garage is gross. So let me first start off with, let's say over here. So yesterday I showed you guys the video of what happened with Luca and everything. The car's here. Well, he's gone now. He's back to school, but I've still got the garage to work with. So there was a lot of mess in this corner. I had the new RPF ones that I bought. These are 4 bolts. These are potentially for a Mini. These were disgusting, and I bought these secondhand off of a guy that had a Mini. So I cleaned those things up today, and you guys know how OCD I am, in particular I am. So I had to clean those, and I spent a good, I want to say half an hour at least on each one. So I spent a decent amount of I spent a decent amount of time cleaning up the face, cleaning up the barrel, and making sure that it looks great. And I'm going to show you guys how clean this is. So this wheel looks pretty much brand new. There's no imperfections, and it looks flawless. Now, you can see the exact same kind of thing on this wheel as you could for the other 3. They're all mint. They were dirty when I got them, but that's not a big deal. So I had to clean those up to give me some floor space down here. I didn't like how they were in the way on this toolbox here, and I'll get into the toolbox in a second, but also on the ground. So I want to clean all that up, clean up the wheels so I can put the wheels away. Now, this toolbox that you see right here, this is the same toolbox that I have right here. What's that? My brothers and sister and we all actually pitched in and we bought my dad a toolbox for Christmas. So we're gonna be putting that right there. We're gonna replace all of this that's there. This is a mess and a half because if you come in here, it is like literally the most random stuff in the world. And like, my dad, if he ever needs a tool, he's not gonna go into that thing like he says he will. Instead, he's gonna come to my side of the garage over here, and if he needs a screwdriver or a screw or a wrench, it's all easily organized. He can just go in here, find exactly what he wants, and then go get what he wants done. Now, I wanted to do the same kind of thing for him. So I want to get him organized, get him set up, and potentially fill that toolbox with tools. So this right here is in the way, and I'm not liking how it's there. So that is going to be removed, hopefully tomorrow, fingers crossed. That's going to be gone and taken to my dad's shop. He's got a roofing company and he's got a little bit of room, and that's going to be going there, I think. Bottom line, it's not going to be right there. And the same thing for the ATV that was right there. It's outside right now. Now, the reason why the ATV isn't there now is because I had to go get my mom and help her out of a little sticky situation. She went to go pick up the mail that's down the street from my house, and she's driving my brother's Mini. It's lowered, it's got bald-ish snow tires on it, and she went in snow that's a little bit too deep. So we had to use the winch on the ATV, put the thing in reverse, and pulled her out of it. Now, it wasn't a big deal, but I had to take it out, and the ATV was disgustingly dirty. So today, I went and I cleaned the entire floor, power washed everything, and it's really nice. I'm happy how it is. The mud that was down on there before from the ATV was a piss off and a half, and I kind of gave my brother shit for it, but I'm happy it's done and it's taken care of. So that's done. ATV is going to be done hopefully by tomorrow. Toolbox here is going to be going right there. And all of this crap is also going to be going. I've got to make a run to the dump or scrap yard so I can remove all this stuff that's on here and get rid of it. So I've got scrap metal from brake rotors, control arms, brake duct shields. What else? I've got a battery on the ground that needs to be removed, deleted, call it whatever you like. Not there. Same thing with all the bottles and everything. And then if we move down a little bit more, the garbage. Tomorrow is garbage day, so hopefully, fingers crossed, everything in here is going to be looking great so I can get working on the Mini. I'm pumped about that. Oh, I also forgot to tell you guys. I showed you how I had 2 valve covers. 1 and 2. Well, you only see that I have 1 now. And that's because I brought one of them down to a place kind of down the street from me. And he's going to be powder coating the valve cover for the Honda, but he isn't going to be able to do it in wrinkle red. I wanted to see if I could do it in wrinkle red and then change the cover of the engine covers, the plastic engine covers. I wanted to change the color of those, but because he didn't have wrinkle red, I changed the color of that, and I'm going with something else. You guys can see the engine bay and the Accord right now, and you can see that this is the color scheme I'm going with. Now try to guess what color I'm going to replace the valve cover with. I have another valve cover that I got from a friend of mine. I'm gonna be using that to replace mine. So in the meantime, I can still drive my car since I still have another valve cover. Now, if you don't have another one, you're gonna have to have your car out of commission for a day or two if you wanna do this process. But it's getting powder coated. Now for the 240, I also have a valve cover, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be powder coating it. I bought a can of spray paint, wrinkle black, and I wanna see if I can make this look nice. The wrinkle black can of paint was like 15 bucks or something like that, so it's not expensive, and it's gonna hopefully be a lot cheaper than powder coating. It's not gonna be in a high impact area, so I don't need the powder coat, but I'm gonna be able to bring this back to life. So again, I have this one here, and this is an extra one because I have the same valve cover in the engine bay. So you can see in here that it's pretty much the same thing. It's dirty, it's not looking the greatest, and it has a little bit of text on top. Nissan Twin Cam 16 valve. This one is the same thing. So this guy here is gonna be cleaned up, stripped down, and I'm gonna be using my sandblaster and potentially some sandpaper to clean this up and bring it back to life, and I'm gonna make this black. I think that that's gonna look pretty good, especially given the engine bay that I have here, and then potentially down the road, the intake manifold is going to be polished and it's going to be made looking real nice. If I can polish that up and make it look shiny, I can have a nice contrast between the intake manifold and the valve cover. Today's video is not super crazy in depth, but I just want to give you guys a rundown as to what's going on. I really want to get back into the daily videos, or at least having more frequent videos for you guys to watch, because I know this process is a pain in the butt. It's going to be long, but if I can do more videos for you to keep you guys entertained and keep you guys up to date, I'd love to do that. So I've got the mini motor here. It's gonna be taken apart. By the end of this week, I wanna have at least the head off. So that means turbo's coming off, exhaust manifold's coming off, timing chain needs to be removed, and then after that, the head bolts have to come out. So once that's done, we can potentially find out the problem for the motor. So the motor has a misfire, or it had a misfire in cylinder 4, and I've got to take this apart to get to it. Now I'm thinking it's an intake seat for the valve. If it is, that's awesome. I'm gonna be sending the head out to get that work done to it. But in the meantime, I've got to get that thing so I can pull it off and send it out. I want to get this done ASAP because I realize that I've got less than 3 months before spring is here. So I've really got to get my butt in gear and get this thing going. It's been, I want to say close to a year now, if not a year, that this thing, one second, has been on jack stands. So I want to change that, take it off jack stands, and drive this little sucker, because this thing should be a fun toy, especially come summertime. If you guys have any questions regarding the video, throw them down in the comment section below, and I'd be more than happy to help. Again, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.